So fine, in measures of central tendency, there one of the main thing what you need to revise because we don't want to go through all the topics now. Just we can revise a few topics like mean. When we think about mean is one of the measures of central. So how many tendency? There are three measures for central tendency. Yeah, mean and mode. Mean, median, and mode. When we think about the first measure of central tendency, mean, this is the most convenient measure of central tendency, most commonly used measure of central tendency. Okay, so just we recall what are the methods we learned. If your data is ungrouped, if your collected data is ungrouped, means raw data, ungrouped data or raw data. In such case, the central tendency, that means the mean, can be calculated by in a very simple format. You know that sigma x divided by, okay. And if your data is grouped, if your collected informations is grouped with a certain frequencies, then the mean can be calculated by, you know it as sigma fx divided by sigma f. Yes. And in case of mean, you have learned two more things, which is mean for coded data. Mean for coded data. You know, it's coded data. It seems like the observations x1, x2, x3, etc., xn. That means our collected informations. Those informations may be for any type of data, maybe for height of the people, weight of the people, or population, or whatever. You collected a few informations. When these informations are comparatively large, when their values are comparatively large, there, to make it as convenient to us, to make it as in a smaller data, we do a term known as coding. We do code the data. Okay, like the data means it's nothing but we subtract a convenient value from every data, or we add a convenient value. Like for example, we have, suppose we have collected a few information. So 120, 121, 123, 122, 121, and 124. Now these values are comparatively large. So it takes a little more time for us to do the calculation. But instead of that, if we have these values are like 1, 2, 3, 4, it will be very simple for us. If one digit number, if these numbers are converted to a one digit number each, it will be very easy for us to calculate, because one digit number even we can calculate in our mind. Using our mind, we can find the answers of each and everything. But now need calculator or our addition, manual calculator or addition to be done to find its mean now. So what we do is, when the data is comparatively large, we code this data, means we change the size of the data into smaller. Like for example, here I am taking a number 120 and I am subtracting this 120 from each and every data. So what we do is we take a convenient value and we subtract that value from every given. So how do you find out it has 120? It's nothing. There is nothing. There's no mathematics in that. See, 120 is almost close to. Instead of that, if you take 150, again the value become large. No use with that. So you collect an information which among from this data, okay, and do subtraction. 120 minus 120, we get it as 0. 121 minus 120 is 1. 123 minus 120 is 3. 122, again 1 and 4. Yes. Now we can sum of these informations easily. 1 plus 3, 4, 6, 10, 15. So our sum of the observations, sigma x is 1 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. Sorry, how much is this? 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 10, 11, no? 11. And we have totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 observations. So sigma x by n is 11 by 6. So we have done now 11 by 6. So our mean is 11 by 6. But 11 by 6 is the mean of these informations. Convert it into the original information. What we need to do is this to be added with 1. Is it? 1 by 6 with 120. So this data is to be ordered or decoded for our convenience. So coded data is another thing. There the mean can be calculated by sigma x minus a divided by n plus a. We coded x to x minus a. If we code x to x minus a, then add a. If we code x to x plus a, subtract a. Okay. And in that coding itself, you could find a little more thing like suppose if your data is coded as ax minus b. If x is coded as ax minus b, then it has to be added with b and then divided by a. Because ax minus b to be converted as x only. If you want to make it as just x itself, you have to delete minus b. If you want to delete minus b, add b. So we add. If you want to delete a, this way 1 divided by a. Okay. So these are the main informations you have to revise when we are thinking about mean for ungrouped, grouped, and coded. Like if we have a question, (35) with frequency 5, 7, 9, 8, 11. So in this case, we can find the mean either using coded data or uncoded way in your normal way. I'm going to do this with coded data. Okay. Like I'm taking a value among this, you can assume one value. I'm taking 31. Let it be. So A is 31. So when you replace it as x minus 31, we get 0, 32 minus 31, 2, 3, and 4. Now, to find the mean, we want sigma x f by sigma f. But I x as x minus 31. So sigma x minus 31 into f. X minus 31 and f should be multiplied. We get 0, 7, 18, 24, 44. When you multiply x minus 31 into f. 3 into 8, 4 into 11. Now we want the sigma x minus 31. Means add x minus 31 into f. Add all these values. You get 44 plus 24 is 68. 78 into plus 7. Is it? Yes, yes, yes. Sigma x minus 31 into f is 93. And we need now sigma f. And we are adding sigma f. 5 plus 7, 12, 21, 29, 40. We get 40. So mean is 93 divided by 40. But this is a coded data. So to make it as yes, we get the answer for this. So this is one of the main use of coded data. We can find the answer very easily. And what you need more from mean? Okay. Now what I have to take for you?